I think Kanye is a clone. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
What the happened? He was gone.
Well, he did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristen.
You literally will get killed.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my body.
You think that you could make one of the biggest pop stars in the world just disappear and nobody would come forward?
The people who are going to come out and say something get killed.
There's weird shit happening, but some of it's too far.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's Kristen from the reality show The Hills, saying that Kanye West has been cloned. But here's the whole reason I'm even bringing this up. Because I want to address this once and for all, because a lot of you also believe Kanye West has been cloned. So let's go down the whole cloning rabbit hole real quick. Now, why are some reasons that people think Kanye has been cloned? Well, it could be because Kanye said this before.
The devil controlled me, but he can't hold me. God controlled me, and life has shown me that God is the only, the real, not the phony. The phony will clone me. Just watch how they cloned me. Ain't no difference on me. I'm here with more homies.
So Kanye said out of his own mouth, just watch how they cloned me. Kanye said that. Watch how they cloned me. But could Kanye be talking about a lot of people who are acting like Kanye? A lot of people who are coming up after Kanye? A lot of people who think that they're Kanye? Could he be talking about this? This was also said as well by Jadakiss.
How's Kanye? You have
Well,
love
I
for him?
met like 5 or 6 different Kanye.
Do you remember when
The
he was a
first
nerd?
the first 4 was awesome. The last 2 was a little bit.
Couldn't you be like, do a Steve Harvey, be like, enough of this foolishness?
No, music is sort of like a mind your business thing.
Now, people have seen that video of Jadakiss and say to themselves, yeah, Kanye's been cloned. Clearly, Jadakiss said he met 6 different Kanyes. Jadakiss is talking about 6 different styles of Kanye. Clearly, we've seen it with a lot of Kanye's music. He's really versatile, you know, a lot of different styles. However, I'm not knocking it yet. I'm still not even knocking it, guys. Could he have been cloned? I'm not saying yeah or no yet. Let's keep going down this rabbit hole. Here's my question, right? Can they actually clone things? That's the question. So let's step into that real quick and see, have they cloned anything before that actually has a heartbeat? Check this video right here. So this lady is saying that they cloned that.
Cloning is real, y'all.
What do we have?
Right? Not only that, but her whole thing is a clothing company. Her obligation is to clone things. Cloning company featured in the Washington Post, Forbes, and Vanity Fair magazine. Wow. Preferred cloning choice of the former First Lady of Iceland. So you have a video there talking about they cloned a cat, right? But I had to take it a step further and do research to see if cats can actually be cloned, right? So we looked. Yes, it's possible to clone a cat. Good grief. Preserving the cat's DNA. A skin biopsy is taken from the cat while it's still alive or soon after its death. Preparing the egg, the nucleus is removed from an egg from a donor pet. Swapping the nucleus, the cultured cell's nucleus is swapped into the donor egg. Implanting the embryo, the egg is given an electric shock to make it think it's fertilized, and then implanted into a surrogate cat. Birth. The surrogate cat gives birth to the cloned kitten. Very interesting. The cost of these clone cats, cloning a cat can cost around $35,000 to $50,000. Now we see why it was in the Forbes magazine. Success rate, a 2018 report by Columbia University found that the average success rate for pet cloning is around 20%. 20%. Really go out here cloning cats. Results, the cloned cat will be a genetic twin of the original cat, sharing many of the same attributes, including appearance, intelligence, and temperament. However, the cloned cat will also grow up as its own unique self, with its own look and personality. First cloned cat, the world's first cloned cat, Copycat, was created in 2001. Oh, this is recent. She was healthy and lived for 5 years. 5 years. What's the normal lifespan of a cat? Very interesting. So when I seen that cats can be cloned, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the next step I took, and that was to see if humans can be cloned. Look what it said about humans. No humans have not been cloned. No, humans have not been cloned, and there is no solid scientific evidence that anyone has cloned human embryos. Cloning is difficult. It's difficult to produce a viable clone because genetic mistakes can prevent the clone from surviving. Boy, oh boy. There have been unfounded claims. So there have been claims of people saying that there's clone labs and people are cloning human beings. And there have been several claims of successful human cloning programs, but they are all unfounded. For example, in 2002, Brigitte Boisler claimed to have successfully cloned the first human named Eve. Isn't that funny? But she was unable to provide any evidence. Cloning genes is different. While it's possible to clone an individual's genes or genome, it is not possible to clone the individual themselves. Cloning genes and DNA segments is common in many genetics and pharmaceutical laboratories. Some reasons why humans haven't been cloned include the difficulty of producing a viable clone, the lack of solid scientific evidence that anyone has cloned human embryos, the ethical and social considerations of human cloning. And at that point, you are pretending to be God. I tell you guys all the time, a lot of these celebrities think they're God. You start cloning human beings, oh yeah, you think you God. They're already trying to make it where human beings can be half robot and live forever. They're already trying to make that happen right now. They want to be God. What you gonna do out here forever, guys? What are you gonna do out here forever? You're here, but you're not of here. You're meant to be a child of God. So you trying to just stay here, gotta be the most I don't know God mindset I've ever seen. We have to come into a place where we know our Creator. Hallelujah. So, has Kanye been cloned, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the research would show that no human being has been cloned, as far as they know. And I already know there's gonna be people still who's saying, "Oh, it just says that he's been cloned." Hey, everybody has their own opinion. I'm not one that's going to knock you for it, especially in the times that we live in. Why? Because at this point, I'm starting not to get surprised about things. So much stuff, crazy stuff, has happened within the last year and 2 years that I'm just like, whoa. What? I don't think anything could surprise me at this point. If they can make, try to make. They got women walk. They got, forgive me. They got people walking around that look like women, talk like women. Everything of a woman except can't get pregnant, and was a biological male when they were born. That's a serious surgery. They got shots that can make you grow right here. Grow your chest out. They got shots to make your voice deep and grow a mustache. They're doing a lot of different things behind the scenes that back in the days you would look at and you would say to yourself, what in the world are y'all doing? This is sick. So if they did decide to start cloning individuals, they would need to plant that seed, let it grow, and to the point where the human beings' minds are conditioned to accept it. And then we'll just be sitting back like, oh, I want to clone. I want to clone. Circus acts. They've learned to program the normal human being's mind. They've learned to manipulate it and brainwash it so that you can accept any condition that they bring as long as it's gradual, as long as it's slowly coming upon you and not just right in your face. They've learned to do that to human beings, which is why it's important to know God. Because then you come into a space where you realize that you perish because of your lack of knowledge. Once you come into a space of knowing your Creator, the Lord will give you discernment on what's what. You get what I'm saying? Gotta come into a place where you know the Lord. Just living on earth and just walking around and doing what you want to do is not going to bring you closer to the source of your being. You understand what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, do I think Kanye West has been cloned? No, I don't think so. But, am I knocking those who think so? No, I'm not knocking you. Because at this point, nothing surprises me. But from the research I've done, I don't see how it can be possible. But I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not somebody who gets surprised anymore. So if it came out that he was, I'd be like, whoa. Especially with the line that they do online nowadays. I just showed y'all Edwin Aldrin, who they said went to the moon, landed on the moon, the second person ever to walk on the moon with Neil Armstrong. He came out and said he didn't walk on the moon. It was a lie. Yet when you search it on Google, it still tells you that he walked on the moon. Like, you can't even trust the internet. Sad. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, guys. Give me your opinions, comments. I'll be checking out what you guys are saying. Amen. Pray you guys have a blessed day. God bless. Shalom.